this has been a big year.
Yeah, it has.
2 kids that started the year 3 and 1 and now 4 and 2. A business that at the beginning of the year had maybe 3 full-time employees and now has, I think we've got 36.
Yeah.
We've traveled around the world. I don't know how many countries we've been in this year, but it's been a lot,
A lot of countries.
It's been a lot of countries.
Yeah.
If everyone in Australia received the full amount of the income that they are paid, and then at the end of the year they had to take that money and then give that money to the government themselves, there would be riots in the street.
Yeah. Anyway, we're seriously considering moving to Dubai. There you go.
But a two-way door is like, hey, Dubai, if we go over and we really love it, great. And if we don't love it, we come back.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple. Your thoughts on Egypt and Cairo as a whole?
Again, I wouldn't rush back with little kids. Anytime you have to supervise your kids to a high degree anyway, taking them to more intense countries or like places that are like more unhygienic, just not a good time because you're just on high alert and obviously just, conscious of them getting, Anyway.
But I think if you were to do it, you would do the way we did it.
Oh, without a doubt.
Which is we stayed at Manor House, which is incredible. It's like at the Great Pyramid.
Yeah.
So you literally catch a golf
couldn't
buggy
ask for a
to
better
the Great Pyramid,
experience.
which
Yeah.
is incredible. And then what they also did really well was we got a private driver organized by the hotel to take us to the new Egyptian, the GEM, the Great Egyptian Museum.
That was absolutely stunning.
And this was just before they'd opened. It's only just officially opened like a month ago.
Absolutely stunning.
That was outrageous.
Beautiful
and so literally we just
facility.
did 3 places. We did the hotel, we did the Great Pyramids, and then we did we did. But if I was to go back again, I'd go doing winter, not summer.
Yeah, and you just wouldn't go with little kids. Like the whole point of going to Egypt
is to listen to a 5-hour archaeological
literally,
explanation.
like you're going for the history. You're not going to do anything with like.
Remember,
there's no playground there. Okay, you can't even. The girls were trying to read the plaques and were touching them, and the museum. I don't know what you would call them. Attendant staff.
Yeah.
We're like, don't touch that. So,
I remember we did the tour.
Yeah.
So we've organised a photographer and a tour guide to do the Great Pyramids. We get there as early as we can. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning or something.
That was
7
when
o'clock
it
in the morning.
opened.
Yeah.
It opened at 8, which they should need to open it at 6 a.m. in summer. It's horrific.
It's already 35 degrees. Like we're dying.
And old mate sat us right in the sun to give us his spiel.
Yeah. And he's wanting
Like
to go
it's a pyramid.
deep.
There is shade somewhere. Okay, it casts a shadow somewhere.
And we got the photographer, and I'm like, bro, we're going to need the highlight version
let's
of this.
just
like,
do the
let
photos.
me just give me ChatGPT version of this.
Yeah. And also, to be fair, he also was bringing up random videos on his phone to show us. I'm like, I didn't come to sit in the sun and watch your videos on your phone, but
we got some good photos.
we did amazing photos and great experience.
I learned nothing about the pyramids from him.
I couldn't compute anything he was saying because it was so hot.
But that wasn't his fault. It was just we're sitting in the heat, and also we have Alila and Avani just losing their shit.
All they wanted was a headscarf.
Fact.
Alila just kept wanting to buy headscarves from the market women. Yeah.
So that was good. And I proposed again.
Oh, yes, that's right. You did.
Yes.
Yeah, we bought a special ring
which
at
wasn't
the Ritz.
part of the plan. So for context, we're at the Ritz. And if anyone's been to the Ritz, they'll know. But if you've been to a nice hotel, they normally have like a jewelry store in the hotel. In this case, they've got, because the Ritz is old, they've got pillars in the corner where they basically created like display cabinets in the walls.
Yeah.
And we saw this beautiful ring. And then we asked the guy to come out and show us it, and we did, and I really liked it. And I was like, but this is an engagement ring, and you already have an engagement and a wedding ring.
Yeah.
And so we decided to buy a new one. But I said, if we're going to do it, I want to give it to you properly. Yeah. So me and the girls gave it to you in front of the Great Pyramids, which was very, very special.
So special.
So that was very lovely. So we did that. And then we flew to Athens, which was a vibe.
I loved Athens. We were only there for one night.
We stayed at a fucking epic hotel as well.
It was amazing. The whole vibe of Athens was so good. A lot of people have...
The food was so good as well,
The food was amazing. Oh, that was one thing about Egypt. The food was terrible. Like if you're going there for good,
No. You're not getting good. It's not like Jordan, okay? We need to go and get proper, proper food.
But no, Greece was amazing from the second we got there. So hospitable,
really good,
amazing, really, really beautiful.
And then we did explorer journeys, and we did the cruise of the Greek islands. Which, by the way, leading up to explorer journeys was one of the most painful experiences known to man. But once we were on the cruise ship,
could not fault it. Yeah,
remarkable. Would definitely go again.
Oh yeah.
But there was a point where I was going to burn the ship down.
Oh, yes.
quick background story for everyone listening, right? So we think about the idea of doing Greece, Greek tour, like fucking awesome. We find Explorer Journeys, which is like this very unknown brand. It's really becoming prominent now. They sponsor the F1 and stuff, so it's getting big, but it's not a big name. They have brand new cruise ships and everything is suites. Yeah. So it's like, this is amazing, right? Yeah. Beautiful. So we're like, well, we'll just stay in one room. They're like, you can't do that because of the 2 kids. You have to have 2 rooms. So it becomes twice as expensive. So at this point, it was like 15,000, I want to say, or 25,000? 15,000. So, are you sure? I think it was like 10 each, 10 per room.
I thought it was like, I think it was 15. I think it was like 7.5 per room.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe more. Maybe it was 10. I don't know.
Yeah. No, 21 because it was going to be 30.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So we pay, at this point, 10 grand per room.
Yeah.
We got 20 grand for 7 days at the Greek islands, which is more than we really wanted to pay. But I was like, this is going to be an incredible experience.
For ease and
we're
logistics.
Like, we're on the cruise, I think, was 7 days. So it's like, it works at 3 grand a night for the 4 of us. All you can eat, food, drink, the whole thing. And I was like, that fine.
Plus all the ports and whatever. Great.
So when we organize it, we speak to the team. We say, we want connecting rooms because Alila's 4 and Havana's 2.
Yeah.
And they say, yeah, no problems. Then they give us allocation and we're on deck 9 and the girls are on deck 7. And I was like, well, that's not going to work. Then like, we can put you next to each other. And I was like, that's also not going to work. We can't have them in a separate room by a locked door. We need interconnecting suites. This goes on for like a month.
Yeah.
And they go, we can fix it for you, but you have to upgrade to a...
like a 4-person room.
Yeah. And that's, they said that's going to be 19,000. And I was like, that's fine. We paid 21. They're like, no, it's 19 extra.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not paying $40,000.
Havana's actually less than 2 at this point. She's like 1.5.
I'm not paying $40,000 for this cruise. They said they're the only options. I was like, this is fucking ludicrous. So we're going backwards and forwards. We only managed to finally get it sorted out.
Yeah.
In the end, after I told them, go and check the recording of the call that we made. They go and listen to the call that originally we made. They emailed and apologized. They upgraded our room for free because otherwise they were still telling us that we're going to have to pay.
There was no $15,000 rooms left is basically
extra.
What they
and I
were
was like, this is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
So thankfully we got there and it was an amazing room. Definitely not worth $40,000, but it was an amazing room.
No way.
And it was an incredible cruise, like just an incredible cruise. Most of the Greek islands I probably raffle, to be fair. Like I wouldn't go back to any of them. We only went to one island,
right? The rest was all mainland.
Yeah, but the like most of the stops were rubbish.
Yeah.
The cruise was phenomenal though. The food, the service, the entertainment, everything, it just world class.
Yeah.
But Mykonos was incredible.
Mykonos.
Had
and
an
also
incredible time in
the
Mykonos.
little one that we went to, the little cute one.
Patmos.
Yeah,
I think that was cute.
Loved it.
Yeah, that was really cute. So we did that. Then we landed in Istanbul.
Ugh.
Do not go back again.
Never.
No. Again, Airbnb though. We picked an Airbnb. Would you like to explain your choice of Airbnb, just for everybody listening?
Okay. Yes. So I feel like sometimes it's hard to really gauge.
It's not really hard. People do it all the time.
Accessibility.
When they say warning
country.
that there are stairs.
And do you know what? I flagged this with you before I booked it because we looked at it and it was phenomenal. It was looking over the Bosphorus,
yeah.
Bosphorus River. Phenomenal views. Look like just outstanding.
Yeah,
huge space, like gorgeous. And there was comments saying that there was a staircase and that was the inaccessibility issue. I said to Cal, it's 1 flight of stairs. Do we raffle it? Do we commit? And he was like, no, this looks epic. Let's commit. Anyway, turns out that it's not just the stairs to get to the apartment. You're then on this like weird kind of like split level street that in order to get anywhere, you needed to go down or up another full flight of stairs. And obviously we have the 2 girlies.
And we also have 4 suitcases. We have 1 stroller. We have 3 or 4 handbags.
Yes.
And of course, Ash, you can't carry anything when you have the girls. So, that's just, it's
and also, like, we can't just, the road is here. You go down the stairs and then the apartment's up here on a different street. So, like, or you can't just leave your stuff just like floating around in Istanbul. Yeah.
We check in.
Anyway, we arrive and then we leave.
Then we go stay in Shangrila instead, which is nice.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
I think, again, similar to Egypt, like anywhere with little kids that you need to be more on high alert.
Yeah.
Just don't go. And make it easy for yourself if you do go. Just do a hotel. Like somewhere there and an Uber can literally drop you in and pick you up from, and then you can go see what you need to see and get back there.
But then we flew to Hong Kong.
And then we flew to Hong Kong. Kong.
which was out of
Oh
this
my God.
fucking world.
Yeah, shout out to our Shangrila friends.
Yeah.
They really took care of us.
Joy and Gigi
Yeah, well, Cal had a video that went viral earlier
Yeah.
in the year from when we were in Singapore.
at the Shangri-La.
Yeah, at the Shangri-La. I forgot to
And that
mention
had
we went
over
there.
200, over 100 million views back then. It may have more now, maybe
Yeah.
200 million, but back then it was 100 million views, which was incredible. And then so we started a partnership with the Shangri-La,
Yeah.
and they hosted us for the week
was
for 4 or 5 days
honestly-
in there, and that was remarkable. We got
Yeah.
to have some incredible rooms. Have some amazing service. They really just did such an
Beautiful
incredible job.
experiences that we otherwise
I
would
could
have
not
never-
recommend Shangri-La brand better. Like
Yeah.
any of the family resorts
Specifically
are just
for families.
yeah,
Like
out
I
of
just
this
think
world.
Hong Kong in general does family very, very well because they're a
Yeah, they're
well organized, well oiled machine. They understand the needs of family very well. So
Yeah.
everything's catered.
And Shangri-La, Singapore, same.
Oh,
amazing
yeah, without
job.
a doubt.
Yeah.
I think any, like those countries that just have their shit together, they have their shit together across all aspects of life, so family included.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they just take it to a whole nother level.
We did
at the
Disney Hong
Shangri-La.
Kong
We
with the
did do
girls.
Disney.
That was
Loved it.
incredible. And my mum came as well, which
yeah,
was very,
yeah.
very special. Had a great time with them. And then we come back. So that's August, beginning of
Yeah.
August. Then we've got Havana's birthday at the end of August.
Thank you for taking over the reading, by the way, because I couldn't see.
You're welcome. Everyone plays to their strengths. Havana's birthday.
Yes.
When we did a joint party with the girls for the Wicked party.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Which was amazing. That was a lot of fun. Then Alila had her fourth. We did Beauty and the Beast as well in September. Then September we did our first $3 million launch at the end of that month as well, which was amazing. Then October we did Staycation in Crown, James Blunt.
Oh, yes, we did.
And also we went to Neil's boxing charity
Yeah,
gala.
yep.
That was cool.
Yeah.
And then we did the Wiggles.
Yes.
And then this is now getting into November. And then November was mental.
That feels like a blink ago, honestly.
Shit, man.
Yeah.
So November, what happened in November? So we did personal
was
branding launch
crazy.
with Nina, breathwork certification with Mike. I was in the Hunter Valley. Then I was in Sydney, then the Gold Coast. I did the Forbes. I did the yacht party with Forbes. Then we came back and did Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Mum's Christmas. We did the Wild Success Summit. Then I was in Sydney again for Megadia Empire. Then Daddy-Daughter Dance. Then we lost Archie.
Yeah.
And now it's Monday the 22nd. And
Yep.
that's all the things.
Yeah,
And
that's
then-
pretty much the year in a nutshell.
Christmas and plans for New Year's.
Yeah. As in, what are they? We'll get better at working together.
man. Yes, baby. Yeah. So
This is what our normal dialogues are, I'm alive.
plans for New Year's.
So we are going to Dubai.
Are we?
Are we? Are we not?
No one's told me this.
Have you not booked?
I
haven't booked. Did you book?
I've absolutely fucking booked.
What was the thing you wanted to do? Do you want to go have sushi? for
Sushi,
dinner?
yeah. And then we do it at Nobu in Dubai.
Anyway, you'll see that videos later to come. No, we have been dabbling with the idea of potentially a relocation.
We haven't been dabbling with the idea.
Okay, well, I don't want to just
Yeah.
do a hard launch like that.
Hard launch it.
Warm the people up to new ideas, especially
A hard
people in the
launch.
family that we haven't told yet. Sorry about that.
Everyone in the family knows that we've told them.
Have we?
Are you going to see this? You'll never see this face again.
Anyway, we're seriously considering moving to Dubai. There you go.
Why?
Well, many reasons.
Tell the people
Many
the reasons.
reasons.
The people need to know.
We both feel like Dubai is an expansionary place. I think that's a big reason. It's also the middle of the world, and we plan to continue traveling a lot. So the accessibility from the middle of the world as opposed to the most isolated place in the entire world is a big plus as well.
Yeah.
There's also a phenomenal lifestyle factor that we are going to just check out in terms of the accessibility to like live on basically islands with beautiful beachfront properties and things like that. The amount of
Shout out
development.
to Hannah.
that's-
Thank you for hooking us up.
So that's really exciting too, because to get into similar properties in that type of market in Australia is near impossible, because people don't want to sell those properties. So that's exciting. And then also just the expansion of the business and the way that things have gone this year have really opened our eyes up and made us think more strategically about how to position ourselves, the networks that we will need or slash desire to create with other businesses and entrepreneurs, and just there's a huge elephant of just tax and how hard it is in Australia to get ahead as a business with the level of just outlay from that perspective. It's really inhibiting to try and expand things in the way that we wish to when a huge chunk of your money just goes straight back into taxes.
Yeah, I think this it's a sensitive subject for a lot of people because if once you become a business owner, you get to see the other side of the curtain, right? It's like the Wizard of Oz. And I'm convinced that if everyone in Australia, and this is true all over the world, but especially in Australia, if everyone in Australia received the full amount of the income that they are paid, and then at the end of the year they had to take that money and then give that money to the government themselves, there would be riots in the street. But it's only because of the fact that the company takes that money on behalf of the person and then gives the
That's why
employee.
It's done that way.
Yeah, of course it is.
No one would give it.
No one would sign up for that. And so as a business owner, like this year is the first year we had to pay payroll tax, which is a lovely tax that you get. When you pay your staff more than $1 million a year, you now pay payroll tax. It's another tax for basically employing people, which is just ludicrous. It's 10%.
It's crazy to me.
So you pay more tax on top of that just purely for the privilege of paying people that you're already paying anyway. Then there's obviously GST. There is the payroll tax. Then there's if you pay, you try to pay the staff for anything or do anything in terms of perks, as fringe benefits tax, which is ludicrous, by the way, right? Like if you wanted to pay somebody and give somebody a car, as an example, right? And we're not talking about for us. We have like a Mitsubishi Outlander. But if you wanted to do that, you would have to pay effectively you have to pay the full amount of that again in the business just in tax to offset that for the individual.
It's basically the same as giving them cash and paying them for the tax on it. It's
just mental. So there's payroll tax. There's obviously superannuation you have to pay, fringe benefits tax. Then there's obviously if you make a profit, you pay income tax on that profit. And then, of course, if you make a profit and you pay the income tax, if you then distribute that money to yourself, you pay extra tax. And then, of course, you pay the tax on the salary that you pay to yourself anyway. So it's a lot, man. It's a lot. And by comparison, if we were to move the business to Dubai, we pay no tax. There's none of that. There's no capital gains tax. By the way, when we do move to Dubai, if we move to Dubai, so in order to leave the country, we have to pay the ATO an exit tax, which is basically they value all the shit that we currently have, and we have to pay the government capital gains tax, even though we're not selling the business, to leave the country, which is mental in and of itself. But by comparison, if we were to make $1 million profit in Australia, we pay $250 in taxes. That's before everything else. In Dubai, we pay nothing, not $1, which is just mental. And that obviously means we can pay more people and do all the other things. So
I think that's the thing, right? It's businesses are already contributing so much to society in terms of their providing employment to the general public, to other Australians. Like we are literally giving employment to other people so that they can then continue to live and don't need benefits and things like that from the government. So we contribute in a huge way in that way. And like I don't think anyone has any problem of contributing to the country as a whole. But I think when it just starts to feel like there's a cap here, like there's you're making it more challenging for us to do well, as opposed to incentivizing us in any sort of way to be able to grow and continue to contribute to other Australians in terms of employment. Like you're making it harder. So I think there's like the penny drops eventually, and you're like that it's actually just a joke. Like it's really unfair. Yeah, and look, it's not just about the tax piece. There's a lot of other factors to it as well. And I think partly because we've got the girls we want to homeschool or world school the girls, and we want them to be global citizens. And the ability to do that from Dubai. I mean, for us to fly to Dubai is 11 hours. But for us to fly from Dubai, like for us to fly to Sydney is 4 or 5 hours. But from Dubai, 4 or 5 hours is Europe. It's anywhere in Europe. You get access to the exposure of all of that for them. And I think for us as well, one of the things that's exciting about Dubai is that when I was 4, my grandparents came over to Australia and we moved to Australia. We've obviously always been in Australia, but for my family, we came here. I like the idea as well of that being a chapter that we go through in our lives where we move to another country and have to reestablish ourselves. And everyone that's going to Dubai or Abu Dhabi, as an example, is also doing that as well. It's like a frontier territory. So I quite like the idea of doing that. And if it's obviously not great, we won't know. So
part of that is when, we were talking about this before, just literally with Nina, just before. When you're making big decisions, there's one-way doors and two-way doors.
Yeah.
Having kids is a one-way door. You can't not have kids once you've had kids. But a two-way door is like, hey, Dubai, if we go over and we really love it, great. And if we don't love it, we come back.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple. So we're going to spend 3 weeks in Dubai and Abu Dhabi from January. I'm getting my golden visa. We've already just set up the company already last week. Yeah. So that's amazing. We're going to get everything set up. We're going to visit some neighborhoods, see if we like some stuff.
Yeah.
And if it's a fuck yeah, we'll move.
Yeah.
And look, I think the plan originally was that we were going to wait until we've already had Bubs, 3 to do, but we're not pregnant right now. So if that doesn't happen, we might look to do that beforehand and then come back for baby. Who knows?
Yeah.
But that's part of the...
Stay tuned in 2026 for all of that, Jazz.
Part of the plan.
It's going to be fun.
And by the way, if you guys would like more information on that and the move, and that I've spoke to a million different advisors and consultants and financial planners and tax experts and lawyers, and then also real estate agents in Dubai, all the things. So if anyone wants info there, hit us up. We'll give you some connections. Yeah. Certainly learnt the hard way. Yeah. So that's super cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been an incredible fucking year.
Yeah, it has.
What, without, buying into our own hype here, but just I think because it's a genuine thing, this has been a big year.
Yeah, it has.
2 kids that started the year 3 and 1 and now 4 and 2. A business that at the beginning of the year had maybe 3 full-time employees and now has, I think we got 36.
Yeah.
We went from 3 million to 16 million. We've traveled around the world. I don't know how many countries we've been in this year, but it's, I think, what did we say in the catch-up? Was it 15? No, 15, maybe more. It's been a lot,
a
right?
Lot of countries.
It's been a lot of countries.
Yeah.
We've taken as a family, maybe I'm going to say at least 12 weeks off, maybe 15 weeks off this year.
12's probably about right.
No, to be fair, Singapore really wasn't time off. It was meant to be, but because of the payment saga, that was very much on. But it is what it is. So we've had an incredible year, and you've lost 10 kilos. Not that it's about the numbers.
It's not.
But I've also lost, I think what were the numbers, 6 kilos this year, which has been cool as well. So we've done it, it's been a great fucking year, right? What are some of the things that you think that most people don't do or don't have in place that we have in place? It's because I imagine it will be easy for people to go, be easy for people to go, yeah, that's easy for them to have done all of that because they have money. Yeah. And to be fair, it is. Yeah. Right? It's certainly very easy to do it by comparison. But I don't necessarily think that, I think there's some stuff that we've done that's not been because of the money piece. So I'm just interested to get your reflection on it of going, what do you think that's allowed us to have this year in the way that we have? Because I just don't know that most people are able to make that growth trajectory happen without it all falling apart. So if there was some lessons in that beyond just,
Gosh.
Yeah.
That's a big question.
I know. Well, while you think.
Yeah.
Let me highlight a few things that we are blessed to have.
Yes.
Because there's definitely some stuff as well that's real easy for most people to get their head around, right? So we obviously have 2 remarkable, healthy, happy baby kids. Yeah. Right? And they're not hard kids for us. We are truly, genuinely blessed. We have amazing kids. Yeah. And if you had sick kids, none of this happens, right? Yeah. And of course, you would prioritize that, right?
Absolutely.
We're also tremendously blessed to have amazing family.
Yes.
My grandparents live around the corner, and they would literally take the kids off us if we could.
Hands-on. Right? Everyone is hands-on.
Yeah, so my grandparents, the kids' great-grandparents, they would see them 7 days a week if we let them.
Yeah, they come over every day just to drop off bread.
Just whenever the fuck they want for no reason whatsoever.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
So we're very blessed to have them. Your mum is over our house once a week or once every fortnight.
And your mum's the other fortnight.
Yep. Your dad is
Weekly.
Over once a week.
Yeah.
My dad's still very much in the thick of company creation and real estate as well, but he'll see the girls probably once a month. And then, so we've got a beautiful family support structure as well, which makes life easier. And then we have a full-time nanny and housekeeper in Rochelle, and she's been incredible for us, which has been amazing. How many hours does she do a week?
Roughly 20.
20, okay. Feels like more than that. I'm sure she'd say it's been more than that. Yeah. And then we have Danny, who does cleaning for us as well once a week as well.
Deep clean,
and that's the core nucleus of our family team, right? Missing anything there?
No.
No, Mohammed does the gardens and the pool and stuff like that. All that stuff gets taken care of. But on the whole, that's the sort of core structure that we've got. So we're very blessed to have family support.
Yeah.
And how many hours a week you do at the moment in terms of wild versus with the kids?
Ooh, it's definitely been more heavy on the wild this year. Yeah, without a doubt. There was it's just out of necessity.
Yeah.
And, you know, we've now got a really amazing team, which means I probably can step back into motherhood a little bit more and find a bit more of a balance there. But in saying that, like, the girls are in my office all of the freaking time. They just want to sit on my lap and draw, be in the team meetings and whatever. So it's not like I don't get to see them because we work and live in the same vicinity. Yeah. But I would say I was probably doing a good 30, 35 hours a week this year. So that's by no means like I'm not pulling 50, 60-hour weeks. So I'm still just doing like daytime hours. And generally speaking, the girls have someone fun that they enjoy hanging out with more than me anyway. So yeah, I would say that's been the balance. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we have all of the blessings of all of that.
Yeah.
There's been phases this year where we've cooked and stuff, but most of the time we'll have like Rochelle will prep or we'll order in.
80% done. Yeah.
Yeah.
80% done dinners or like super simple dinners or we'll order in. Yeah. So
that certainly helps.
Yeah, without a doubt.
But yeah, come back to my original question. What are some of the things that you think that are like easily transferable that we have in place that maybe the average couple or family doesn't have in place that's made it easy for us to be able to facilitate the year that we've had both personally, professionally as a family? Yeah.
I think probably a big one is like delegating. And I know that sounds silly to say if you don't have a housekeeper, but you can also delegate in other ways as a family unit. So, for example, by ordering your groceries online and having them delivered. Like there is no way in hell that I'm going to the grocery store, and I'm certainly not going to the grocery store with kids in tow and having that whole stressful experience. So just finding ways to shortcut the process a little bit so that there's just more ease and peace. And, you know, like I think you can get a Woolworths unlimited delivery subscription for $10 and every week your groceries come for free. So there's like, it's about creating that ease, but you have to be first willing to let go of some of the things that you are attached to doing for whatever reason, whether that's, you know, significance or, you know, I'm not good enough or whatever reason you think that you have to do all of the things, and just delegate those things out. I think too, sometimes just spending the money. For example, we have people close to us that are in the thick of parenthood. And I think sometimes if you think of things from a different lens, and obviously from looking outside, it's easy to say, but they could have far less arguments, far less friction, far less challenges if, say, for the first year of your child's life, you just paid for things that you normally wouldn't pay for. And maybe that you're sacrificing a coffee instead, but you're getting your house cleaned every single week, or you are buying takeaway a couple of nights a week as opposed to feeling like you have to cook the entire time. So yeah, just the delegation piece, but then just spending, like just finding ways to spend the money to make your life easier. And I know we said it wasn't going to be about money, but I just think that's such a big shift for people to make in those like little mundane tasks that they really don't have to be doing. And if you think about maybe what that might cost over the course of a year, and again, I'm so grateful that we do have such abundance, but just making some small swaps so that your life that in those early years of parenthood are that much easier, I think can save marriages. It can save friction. It can save, and just time that can be better spent elsewhere. I know that's not really the question that you asked because you said things that aren't monetary related, but I don't know what else.
I think the point you make though is right, which is about identifying friction.
Yeah.
I think we do a great job of that.
Yeah.
I think we have a lot of friction in our lives, tremendous amount, but we ourselves, the two of us, don't have a lot of friction because what we tend to do is focus on, hey, what's the stuff that only we have to deal with?
Yeah.
Like even in the car ride up here, right? In the car ride up here, we're like, it's 2 days before Christmas. We've got a mountain of things to do. We're hosting your family in the morning at mine. We're going to my dad's house. We've got like all the things.
Yeah.
So in your mind, you're like, hey, we've got all this stuff to do. And I was like, great, let's get ChatGPT. We'll literally talk about it. We did this in the car. We'll talk about all the things we have to do. And we said, okay, what are the things that we have to do? What are the things that we can outsource to Airtasker or we can get somebody else on board to do? Like, I've always had a philosophy, and we've had many conversations about this, to go, hey, within our life, there's stuff that only you can do as a mother of our girls. And there's stuff that only I can do as a father to our girls. And everything else that's not those things, let's find somebody else that can do those things. Because we're very lucky in the sense that we've created a life where we can make the additional money required to pay people to do that. But irrespective of whether or not we're lucky to have that, part of the reason why we've been lucky to have that is because we forced ourselves to create an environment where we have to find that. And I think there's plenty of people out, not everybody listening to this can do this, but there are some people out there that can do the extra time, the overtime, pick up the sales gig, can do the consulting, can do whatever to find the extra money, but don't. There's people that we know in our whole network that have sometimes more money than us that don't spend money on this stuff only because of the fact that they've got this mindset of going, well, no, we need to do it ourselves. Like we've had many conversations. I've said, hey, like we want to have a clean house. We want to have food on the table. We want to do, but I've never said that you need to do those things. It's just that we want to have that.
That was definitely a big shift for me this year. Because and you framed it really well to me one day where you said, like, I make the money in terms of I'm the provider of the family. Like, that's your wheelhouse. But sometimes people in the company make money. Like, we have salespeople who make money. But I don't necessarily, it's different. And so I don't know how to explain this properly. Sometimes my words get all jumbled up. But you're leading that and you're still making sure that the credit card doesn't decline, even though you may not have been the specific person that made that specific dollar. And then the same in my world can be true too, where I don't have to do all the cleaning and the cooking and the laundry and all of the things myself, as long as the end result is there's clean clothes in the drawer and there's food in the fridge and there's dinner on the table. That's not like tied to me as a contributor of the house by me specifically having to do those jobs as long as the jobs are done. If that makes sense. Just as the same as it's not tied to you specifically as a provider to have to make every single dollar yourself, as long as we can pay for the things that we need to pay for. And that was a good shift in my mindset this year because I have found myself in years past getting like anxious and overwhelmed with all of the things that there are to do. But now I think about things so much differently since that conversation in terms of, okay, cool, if I actually need to do it, then I'll do it. But also my time can be better used elsewhere, either working in the business or being with the girls or doing whatever things that I want to do with my time, and someone else can take care of the extensive to-do list in my head.
And look, without going around in a full circle on this, I think that what was true before we had the means that we have and what's still true now is the power of full alignment. Right? So I think that that's probably the easiest way to describe it. That doesn't cost any money. Is being fully in alignment with the vision of the life that we're looking to create, being fully in alignment with the way that we want to live our lives, of the family values that are important to us, the way we want to raise our girls, and the ability to understand that we want us both to win. And so how do we structure our life in such a way that by you winning and the girls winning and me winning, we all win together, and that we're all doing the things that we really want to do with the time that we've got. And I think that's always really significant. And I think if you keep that front and center, the rest of the puzzle pieces sort of figure themselves out. And from a masculine perspective, and again, I appreciate this is not the dynamic for everybody, but for me, I've always looked at it as this is a worthy challenge in that if you and the girls want to have this life, and I'm on board with that as well, then I get to have the opportunity to do whatever I can possibly do to create that. And so it doesn't matter to me if I get to live that life, so long as that you guys get to live that life, right? And I think for most families, they go, well, as long as our kids get to live a good life, we're happy. But for me, it's been as long as our kids get to have a good life and you get to have a good life and we can facilitate that, then I'm happy. And of course, I'm also living a great life now as well, but it's always been built on that paradigm and that principle. And removing friction, especially if you're in a position where you have uncapped income, removing things from your life that produce friction so you can focus doing more of the stuff that allows you to make more of an impact to therefore allow you to contribute more back to the overall lifestyle. That's probably the big unlock. I think if most people looked at our lives, they'd probably go, wow, there's a lot of friction but not handled by you guys. We designed it deliberately like that so that we can have the life that we want to have, and also so that we can create the life for ourselves and for our girls as well. I think that's a big part of it.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Wrapping up. I want to know what's your in and out list for 2026.
Oh, God. In a new baby. I should have prepared better
Gaining
for
the
this.
10 kilos back that you just lost, but this time with
but
childbirth.
in a baby form.
In a baby
it's
form.
Totally fine.
Yeah.
In more travel.
Give me 3 and 3.
Okay.
Because otherwise we'll be gone forever.
Yeah, we will.
You should have prepped, but that's right.
Okay. So in more beautiful experiences with the people that we love. In more intentionality across all areas of life. In growing and expanding, again, in all areas of life. Yep.
And out?
Out. Probably just out majoring in minor things that don't need to be worried about. Spending time on stupid shit that time doesn't need to be spent on. And hopefully out less like
overwhelming contributions.
Out less late night working.
For me,
for you.
not for
Yeah,
you.
No, for you.
Yeah.
More time with me.
Okay, great.
In
Thank
more
you for
time with
giving me things from my list.
It's for my list too.
Yeah, for our list.
Yeah.
We have one list.
I am the one that when you are in the office is out by myself, so a little less.
Yeah,
It'll be
true. Okay.
Okay, and for you, Mr. Coils,
Oh, she's
you like
learning.
to share
She's
your...
learning, GG. We're getting
you
there.
like
I don't
to-
know. We're an hour into the podcast, but
I should have prepped my ins and outs because
should have.
when I think about things, I come
It's
up
better
with
to be
really
prepared for the
great
podcast and not
answers.
have one than to have
I'm
a
not a good
podcast and not be
on-the-spot
prepared.
person, so next time tell me that we're going to have a podcast together on Monday.
I did. It was in the calendar. It was in the shared calendar, and yet here we are. Anyway,
Not one where Ash can't think of any answers.
my ins and outs for 2026.
Yeah.
In is definitely expansion and new horizons, and exploring uncharted territories and frontiers.
Yeah.
One of my favorite quotes, which is, you don't know what your dreams will be when you're living the life of your dreams, and go as far as you can see, and when you get there, you'll be able to see further. Yeah. So I'm excited to do that next year with you. Obviously, also in expansion of our family as well. Very excited about that. And also in deliberate and intentional and measured, curated growth.
Yeah.
This year has been fucking mental.
Yeah.
And looking back on it, it's one of those things we did, but I'm not sure we should. We did because we could, but I'm not necessarily sure we asked the question, should we?
Yes.
And so next year, I think we have huge opportunities. I just want to make sure we're doing stuff in a way that is sustainable for all of us in the process.
We don't want to just break shit as we go.
No.
We want things to stay intact.
Correct.
Yeah.
in a bliss and flow like state.
Yeah.
So they're my 3 ins. And then my outs would be the overtime piece.
Yeah.
I'm happy to work hard, but it's been a lot of additional hours this year.
Yeah.
Also out as well would be the effective. My in is more presence and patience with you and the girls, but I think effectively out is being distracted or feeling like I have to be on all the time. Part of that same piece to be able to be more deeply connected and more present, more in the moment with you guys. And then also out as well is pulling punches. And I feel I've done a little bit better of a job of it even in this conversation, but so often because we have such a big audience and a big team now as well, sometimes I want to make a point, but I found myself hedging that point or making the point and then immediately counteracting the point and trying to explain it in several different ways because you don't want anything that you're trying to say to be misconstrued, but on the same token, you also want it to be really well received.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, when you try to speak to everybody and consider every possible angle, the message just gets diluted. And so I think this year is being, in the year to come, is being willing to be misunderstood by people that don't have an intent to understand you.
Yeah.
I need to do a better job of that next year of just going, because otherwise it slows everything down. It just becomes way harder to be able to get through anything because you're always second guessing or constantly checking in with regards to all of the things you're saying all of the time, as opposed to going, hey, this is what I stand by and this is what we believe, and if you're on board with that, fucking great. And if you're not, then that's okay as well. Unfortunately, social media is not as forgiving as that.
Yeah.
So I think that's part of it is for us is next year is just being willing to shoot the shot a little bit more.
Yeah.
They're my ins and outs.
Very good.
Yeah, I think so.
You sounds like you thought about your answers really deeply.
I did. Yeah. In the spot, in the moment.
Intentionally,
While
yeah.
you were thinking about yours, I was
Flailing.
thinking about, yeah.
You should have gone first. Okay, next time when...
If you ask the question first, you get to go first. That's the rules. That's how it works.
Lovely.
What are you proudest of this year?
Personally, I'm just proud of, I feel like I've expanded a lot in the leadership of, well, like our family and also our business. And I've also felt like I've navigated us as a couple a lot better as well. And I think part of that, again, is just like coming out of like the fog of motherhood and really being able to like restabilize and ground myself again. But also like with challenges and responsibilities just comes, you just have to sometimes take the more challenging path, which is straight through things.
Yeah.
And
You've done that really well.
Yeah, I think so. And I like, for those of you who know me, know that I am the softiest softie of all time. And I avoid conflict like the plague. And I hate having hard conversations with people, and especially people that I love and care about. And I've had to do that a lot this year in a number of different settings in our personal life and also in the business as well, which normally I would just make Calvin have those conversations because he's very good with words and at getting the outcome. But in like there has been many occasions this year where it has had to be me. Like it just has had to be my responsibility. And I'm just proud that I've faced them head on and that I've, done them. Like, yeah, that I've just done it, Sometimes you just have to do it, and I did. So, yeah, that is
you've done an incredible job of that. And the team that you've created now within what we've got with Cash Money Queens.
Shout out to the
Cash Money Queens. The finance team is a testimony to that. I don't think that you at the start of the year create that result. It's only through having done the work this year to do that.
Yeah.
Lord knows I couldn't have created that result, but I think there's moments this year where there's lessons that you've learned and implemented this year that's allowed you to have wins at the end of the year that I don't think we achieve without you having gone through those and learning those lessons.
Yeah.
So I think that's I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
And most importantly, forget about all of that. I think that our girls every year are healthy and happy and fucking smart as fuck and just beautiful, just full of love and light and joy because they're a reflection of you and the space in the container that you've created for them. I also don't think you've done as many hours as you think you have in the year. Not to say that you haven't worked your ass off, you certainly have, but I don't think you've done 30, 35 hours a week for the majority of the year. Maybe towards the back end of the year, yeah. But at the beginning of the year, there's a good chunk of that time that you're with them.
Yeah.
And, there's, motherhood, as you know, is a 24-hour, 365-day thing. So even when we have someone like Shell or Granddad or Grandpa or whoever else, you're so enmeshed in their lives that, our girls are a reflection of you. You do an amazing job. You have patience and tolerance for them in reserves that I just can't fathom. Just
battle scars from Havana.
Oh my stars! Oh my stars! Yeah. But
Thanks.
We're very lucky.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, right back at you.
Thank you.
What is your proudest moment of the year?
I think I'm proudest of is being able to just hold the energy and the space and the container and the field that is now Wild. From a client's perspective, from a partnership perspective, from a team perspective, there's been just so much stuff this year. I mean, we started the year with 4 partners. We lost 2 partners. We didn't even mention that. We lost 2 partners.
Yeah.
The payment saga stuff, all that shit.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff this year that's happened where you're like, wow, that's big stuff.
Yeah.
And it's being able just to hold that space and that energy and to continue to navigate that has been big. So I'm very proud of myself for how I've handled that. I can tell you, I don't think Cal in previous years does that.
No.
I think he loses his shit much earlier in the process and, we lose a few more people as a result of it. But I think I've done a good job of being able to do that this
Yeah.
year. I'm proud of that.
Yeah, I think the distinction too is that it's clear that you're fully in alignment again with the vision of the work. Whereas I think in years past, it's been hard to know
Yes.
what we're going after and whether we're going to double down on this or double down on that. And the journey that we've been on as a company has, could have gone in a million directions. And, it was only a couple of years ago when we fell pregnant with Havana that we were wrapping up all of our coaching and that came back into fruition. And obviously now it's
2 years ago.
Yeah. So that was only 2 years ago
2.5 years ago,
happened.
we were told go bankrupt.
But I think it's just a testament for you getting back into alignment with what lights you up in the work and going after that and finding ways to fuel yourself in that. Because if there's been times where you've worked hard and I can see that you are so tired to your bones and that it's draining you, like the soul has been taken from your body and you don't have the light and the get up and go that you have had this year. So I think you realigning yourself with the purpose and the mission and the vision of the business and all of the people that we're bringing along the way has really helped in that too. But yeah, it's different. So yeah, proud of you as well.
Thank you, baby. Love you.
Love you.
Worst advice?
I will need a minute. Would you like to answer first? Do you have?
I was hoping you would give me some time. What's the worst advice that we were given that we've followed? I'm just trying to think about the year that we've had and some of the lessons that the lessons that we've learned. I'm not sure. Probably could have used more advice.
Yeah.
Probably our biggest thing was just we've been probably so busy in it that we haven't had time or capacity to pop our head up and ask for more advice from people. We probably would have made less mistakes if we'd asked for more advice.
Yeah.
But that's probably the speed we're moving at. That's probably the biggest thing.
I'm not sure. Yeah, we've been given bad advice.
No, we've definitely put our trust in the wrong people.
Oh yeah,
we've definitely hired the wrong people. We've definitely said yes to partnerships and opportunities and projects that were the wrong people, and maybe we thought that people were able to deliver on more than what they were able to. I think probably one of the biggest lessons, and this is probably not a direct answer to your question, but since I'm struggling to give you an answer. I know what you're going to
say, and I think it is. But we have received that advice from people many times, if it's the thing that I think you're going to say.
Please tell me what I'm going to say.
Is, I don't want it to come across the wrong way, that everything is temporary, whether that's success, whether that's people that you think are going to be in your life for a long time, whether that's the support of something, whether that's a business deal. Everything is transient. And I think sometimes a mistake that we make in the past, not so much now, but in the past has been like really doubling down emotionally, financially on certain things and probably giving more than we should or what even is required into things that maybe haven't proven themselves yet.
Yeah, I think that's appropriate. What I was going to say was not that, but that's on the money.
Yep.
I think there's an impermanence, as you're saying, to things, and you don't know how long an opportunity is going to last. And so sometimes you think it's more than it is or less than it is. But I think my biggest lesson is that some people are unable to sustain altitude.
Yeah.
I remember there's a quote from Billions, Bobby Axelrod is talking about it with Taylor. Yeah. And he's talking about getting to a certain level and that some people struggle to get there, but some people that do get there can't breathe at that level because the air is thinner. And it's like altitude sickness. And we've seen that this year where you have people that are successful to a point and then they get beyond that point and they just can't deal with it. They self-combust. Yeah. And that's probably a reflection of where I was at in the years gone by. But this year, certainly we've been able to hold a higher level than that for a longer time. But we've seen that with so many partners this year and team members as well where they just, there's been great people that we've had along the way that we've lost simply because of the fact that for whatever reason, they just fucking self-combust. Yeah. I can think of many examples like that. But I think the people we've got on board now are remarkable and exceptional, and I'm looking forward to working with them into the year ahead.
Yep.
Yeah. It's been a good year.
It's been great. Yeah.
I'm excited for the next one.